Hey guys, what's up? Before this video starts, I'm gonna send a link to my band's YouTube. We've just created a YouTube channel, and it would be great if you could subscribe. Back to the video. So I've been watching a lot of videos, and I'm not claiming to be an expert, but a lot of them are aimed more towards people who are carrying their whole drum kit. So I thought I'd make a video on basically what you need to carry for a gig to function. This is obviously assuming there's a drum kit in the gig or wherever you're playing. And basically, the point of this video is to make your back as light as possible. Yeah, basically. And also, a lot of drummers use the bus, especially me. There's a lot of videos with people with cars and stuff. When you have a car, you may as well carry the whole thing, but if you don't, what's the point? So I will be showing you what I carry to gigs and how I carry them. So the first thing you want to bring is the snare. Well, I bring. So what you're going to need to bring your snare is you're going to need either a hard case or a soft case. Now there's advantages and disadvantages to both, but for the purposes of this video, where it's mainly about lightness, I'm going to use a soft case. And also because, as you can see, my snare drum is a piccolo snare drum, so it's very light, very light. So this is the bag I'm going to be using for the soft case. It's a Gua bag. It was about €20. So as you can see, I have my snare bag in, I have my snare in. So I usually carry this with my hands, so that's the first thing I usually bring. And the next thing I'll usually bring is a pedal. Now this pedal here is a double bass pedal, so I don't need a double bass pedal, so usually I bring a single pedal, and I'll show you that single pedal now. So the next thing I'd pack in once you have your snare all done is your bass drum pedal. So depending on what kind of gig you're playing, metal, rock, I'd try and keep it as light as possible. Now this is my trusty Gibraltar pedal. It's a single pedal. It's actually pretty heavy, but it's a good pedal. Yeah, I prefer my Mapex double pedal, but that thing is way too heavy to be holding. So this is what I'll be packing into my bag. So to make the bass drum to fit in my bag, I'm going to have to take off the beater. In order to do this, you're going to use your trusty drum key. So I'm going to unscrew it now and show you how I place it into the bag. So the bag I use is just a normal school bag, and as you can see, what I've done is I have placed the bass drum pedal into the bag. So I wouldn't put it flat down, put it, a bit diagonal so it fits in, and then obviously you're going to put the beater part in as well. Make sure that's close so you don't lose it. So other things while you have the bag out, you may as well put in the bag, as there's still a bit of room, is obviously sticks. So I have sticks here. I'm going to pop these in. place them in like so, and depending on if you need a tambourine, I still have room to place a small tambourine, like for example that little tambourine goes on the hi-hat. Or sometimes what I like to do is I like to put in a roll of duct tape, as some drum kits you play are really bad condition, and say if you bring in your cymbals and there's no felt, some duct tape can help preventing the cymbals to crack. So I'm gonna pop the duct tape in as well. And that goes in like so. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. And yeah, that is the bag done. So far that is my bass drum pedal, sticks, tambourine or whatever, some duct tape, and that is the bag completely full. Now this bag I could also fit a charger, I could fit more stuff in if I wanted to. Right, and I also have the snare drum bag. So the next thing I will do would be the cymbals, which are going to be ultimately the heaviest thing you're going to have to carry. So the last and final thing you're going to have to pack is the cymbals. Now unfortunately, as I said earlier, these are going to be the heaviest and probably the most awkward to carry. So you're going to need a cymbal bag. This is the cymbal bag I use. It's a Sabian. It's soft case again. So this is actually extremely important. As you can see here, there are no plastic pockets like some more expensive ones have. So to improvise this, I'm going to use towels in between each cymbal, just to give extra safety, because you don't want metal on metal. That'll crack cymbals. So that's extremely important. So always bring a towel. So as you can see, I have all my cymbals in here, and very importantly, I have a cloth before my crash. So I just have a ride and a crash, and I have my hats in here. And one thing I did forget to talk about is felts. I think you should bring all your felts. You can fit it in your pocket or whatever, or wallet even, and that'll be a lifesaver in a gig, trust me.